Hi girls, welcome back to Bite-Sized Knowledge from Mr. Andy. Today we'll be doing factorizing of polynomials. I'm sure you have done for quadratic polynomials, so today we'll focus on cubic ones. I will go through it via the means of tackling an example. Okay, a modified example from your TYS. Please refer to page 19. Alright, note we have this question. Okay, and I decided to change it. Okay, change it to factorize it. Okay, by the hint given in the question. First thing, remember what I told you before? Our polynomial has no name. Sad. Okay, so what we do, let fx equals to 4x cubed minus 13x plus 6. Okay, we are done. Alright, factorize it. Now, do remember when we were doing quadratics, what happened? Alright, I'll bring time back to the time where you're in secondary 2 or maybe secondary 1. I have no idea. Okay, when you're told factorize this. Okay, sure, we have learnt x squared minus 3 minus 2x. Okay, the cross method. So we have it. Not too bad, not too slow, and we are done. Factorization has never been so easy. But this is a quadratic. Now move on. What if it were a cubic? When you were thinking, it could be, 3 linear factors. 3. That's one more. How do we do cross with 3 factors? Maybe we can't. So, by what we used to do a lot in primary school, trial and error. Let's see if we can get the answer. And once again, I'll repeat, using the hint from the TYS. Okay, check. Page 19. There's a hint given. Okay. Oh, I see. It's x plus 2. So, maybe. Okay. Let's check. 4 times negative 2 cubed is negative 32. And then plus 26 plus 6. It's 0. Alright, tell me what happens if we know this is 0. F minus 2 is 0. Oh, it's factor theorem, don't you agree? Alright, so if it's factor theorem, we can say x plus 2 is a factor. Is that okay? X plus 2 is a factor. Now, makes things so much easier. Next step. Okay. Something we should know. Long division. I mean, that's the most straightforward method, okay? Unless, of course, you decided to use the synthetic method. I'll show you both, alright? So, divide the first term by the first term. I get 4x squared. And then next I multiply it in Okay, I get this. Okay, and I divide this by this. It gives me minus 8x. Okay, and then it's minus 16x. Negative 13 plus 16 gives me 3 plus 6 plus 3. Ah, cool. Okay, so now we found the other quadratic factor. Let me just show you how it's done using synthetic division. Alright, let me copy down the coefficients for 0, negative 13, 6. And we will always choose the number that we substitute inside. Step 1, bring down 4. Bring down the 4. What we do, multiply, gives us minus 8. When we add together, it gives us minus 8. Okay? Now, step 2, here. And then, minus 2 to minus 8. Okay, gives us 16. Okay, do follow. Okay, this. Okay, after that, you multiply and you bring up. Similarly, bring down and you bring up. Okay, recognize the pattern we are doing. So, plus together you get 3. Okay, and then you multiply. You get minus 6. Okay, this one will be using the pink. Okay, it goes down. You sum and then you bring up. So, check that this gives you 0. Entirely the same. Okay, 4, minus 8 and 3 as the quotient. And then remainder 0. Okay, choose one to do. Don't do both. Okay, so after this, okay, let me just note it down. X plus 2 and then 4 minus 8 and 3. With the factorization I have, we have this. Okay, let me just go back and check. Ah, yeah, it's the same. Minus 8x plus 3. Minus 8x plus 3. Okay, and I know you can do it by cross method. You should be able to give me what's the factor. Okay, now I have all 3 fully factorized. Okay, this is what I ended off in the last episode, and now look at this. Okay, we have done a factorization on our own. Okay, congrats. Remember, let us just go through some of them. Okay, name your polynomial. Okay, name your polynomial. Do trial and error. Okay, then agree, say that hence it's a factor. Okay, then you choose either long division or synthetic. It's fine. And then the last one is a cross method. Okay, you can remember anti-cross or something like that. I have no idea. Okay, you choose your own method to remember. Or if you can just remember like that, it's even better. Okay, now I'll just go through a little bit of enrichment. This is about curve sketching. Okay, what I mean by curve sketching is now I have 3 points. Okay, using the example I had before, I'm going to move back. Okay, using this example I had before, let me just draw it in green. Okay, you know how to plot this. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we know how to draw this, but can we also draw cubic graphs? Okay, we can. Alright, we can. I'm going to draw it for you to see. It's enrichment. Okay, if you cannot manage, then I guess you can ignore this part. Okay, half and then negative 2. Okay, now there's a leading term. What do I mean by leading term? Let's look back in the previous page. Okay, this one. X cubed. X cubed gives us a big number. Anything cubed gives us big number unless it's less than 1. Okay, let's say 100 cubed gives us about 6 zeros. That's about 1 million. Okay, so if it's a positive one, a positive coefficient, it goes up. If it's a negative coefficient, or in this case negative value substituted inside, goes down. So this is how we are supposed to draw it. Okay, and this one is just 6. Alright, do you see 2 times 3? Okay, it's a bit like y equals mx plus c. The last constant would be the cutting point. Okay, and there we go, we have 6. Okay, this is how we draw it. Okay, I can give you another example. Okay, this is the case where we have 3 distinct roots. Okay, if we had this, okay, repeated roots. Okay, then it would look like this. Okay, when there's repeated, i.e. multiple answers on the same point, then it no longer cuts it. Alright, do check. It no longer cuts at the point. It becomes a tangent. Okay, remember the chapter? We just learned tangent, okay? That point becomes a tangent because of this one, okay, the power. So, once again, you see, the x cubed has coefficient 1. That's why this side it goes down, this side it goes up. Okay, and in my last example, I'm going to give you, if we have this, okay, b square, 4, you see, okay, let's say we have this. Okay, then the graph will look a little bit different. It cuts at 1. Okay, but it's going to look something like this, possibly. Okay, why? Do you realize this? Okay, let me calculate the discriminant for you. B square minus 4ac. Okay, 1 minus 4 is less than 0. So this, okay, let me just highlight it for you. This quadratic factor has no roots. Okay, so this is the only one that we can see here at 1. And do you realize the coefficient of x cubed equals to minus 1. So we are heading in a different direction now. The left hand side goes up, the right hand side goes down. And whenever you have a quadratic factor that has complex roots, we only cut at 1 point. Remember that, okay? We only cut at 1 point. Okay, though this part is still 1, okay, because the constant term is 1. Okay, that's all we have for factorizing polynomials. Okay, thank you, and we'll see you in the next episode where we'll be dealing with solving polynomials. Thank you.